Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? YDBT Daily. That's right, YDBT Daily, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Had to get my coffee. I couldn't start the show without the coffee because I'm tired. I just didn't sleep good last night. Had a long night. Had a terrible gym outing. That's the worst. When you go to the gym and you're ready to go to the gym because you're like stressed out from work because I'm fucking sending tunes to people that don't know how to speak English. So then I go to the gym and then, you're not feeling strong. So you're just like, shit, it's going to be one of those days. But got it done. Got my coffee. Going to get the show done today. We're going to talk about most of the episode, especially the opening monologue. It's going to be Ford CEO, Mr. Farley, saying that China's BYD electric division is an existential threat to the Ford Motor Company's electric car division. And I'm going to pretty much kind of like, it's going to be so easy. Like, it's going to be so cake to figure out why. It's not that difficult to figure out why BYD has a leg up on Ford, specifically electric car stuff. Because I don't think Ford understands what happens outside of their bubble. I don't think Ford even realizes. Ford actually went out of their way and built a iron block Coyote. Think about that, guys. If they knew what was going on outside of Detroit, outside of Livonia, whatever the fuck they are, if you were actually having your pulse on the aftermarket, you would have saved yourself whatever that fucking dumb thing cost and never made it ever. But no, you're stupid. Some idiot proposed this idea. You thought it was going to sell like hotcakes. Meanwhile, 2,000 horsepower Predator blocks are all over the place, but whatever. We'll talk about that and many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly says hello to the people here.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
It does suck. So, what are you going to do? At the end of the day, sometimes you just have to take one for the team. D&H Performance, DNHperformance.com. D&H Performance, the best online parts house. The only online parts house sponsor for the show. Check them out. D&H Performance, DNHperformance.com. Get all your parts there. Caliber transmission. If you need a 3160 fix, check them out. Caliber Transmission can build you a 1,000 plus horsepower capable 3160 Tremec transmission for Mach 1s and GT350s. On top of that, MT84 D4s, 11 to 17, and T56s, and TR6060s. LMP, late model performance of Maryland, doing their thing with the LSLT world. PMAS, exchange PMAS, the best cold air on the planet. Nobody else matters. Partrum.com. The only place to buy used late model Mustang and Camaro parts, cranker pallets, transmissions, you name it, they got it. MFE of Australia, Rami Zidane Total Solution, the best aftermarket late model shop in Puerto Rico, period. Nobody else come close. Everyone else is fucked up. Rami Zidane's legit. And Bellac, the best wheels if you want to let people know you sell drugs. And selling drugs is blue collar work. Got to cut it up. You got to, put some gasoline in that shit, baby powder, baking soda. You got to do some weird stuff to cut it up to make a profit. And then you figure out, man, this is more work than I thought it was going to be. Let's say, and of course, as always, we're going to go to ridgeprints.com. Oh my God, Alex, you're not ready. You have to get your coffee. Ridgeprints.com, collections, YDBT. You're going to go there and you're going to buy some shirts for the kid. Why? Because, this Corvette has to get done. This is paying me a monthly nut. Hush Money shirts, Section 8 shirts and hoodies. Hoodies for Amory and different fonts for the Amory. And we got YDBT hoodies and different font. And Dolo shirts and Dolo hoodies. Who knew he put Dolo hoodies up there? Shout out to him. I'm going to have to buy myself some Dolo hoodies. So check them out. richprintusa.com/YDBT. Get some stuff and I get paid. Simple as that. Let's talk some shit to the people and get after it. Say hi to the people. D-Rock, Fox, 99, Jasso, Monty 540, Cody Jones, T.J. Sikorsky, Robostat, William Pito, Chiquito. YouTube Corrupt, Leon Phelps, Josh Ray, Joe Jackson, Dre Day, Valley 10 Speed. Hello, good morning. When we're going to get some fucking shit on there. Let's go. Coyote Fury, Arturo Hermosillo, Joe Swish, Bryson Witt, Ray the Gap Father, Juice Diddy, Seabass, Big Pop, Stewart, Kilometers, getting out there in, I think, it looked like Vegas. I don't know where the fuck you were at, but you were out there ripping it in your GT500. Big Pop, Stewart D, Nick Good, Kilometers, Ader GD500 organizing watching the show on their dime. Life is good. Dixon Bilabesh Army Colonel JZ's or Jazz's Coyote HC The Wolf Clean and 3GT Boxy Luxury Alex Viejo Galaga a couple of times. Renee Mr. Weber TC CJM S550 JD Swag Michael Clinchstroke Mike S Joe Jose Sanchez Edwin Martinez Blue Thunder Haktua CJM Greg Ovich Donkey Paul Ponthieu Wings again Mustang Bondelberg blowing up his Chevy, that sucks. Dustin Garrison Adonis 101 RTR Timo the Guy Bellinger No Name Podcast Sick Anti JCMCG Craig Walls Mr. Billet Noonan himself. I wish I could just buy his small block Ford, throw it in the Fairmont, because now the Fairmont's motor is going to get donated to the Corvette, because I am going forward with the Coyote Stop project with the Corvette. Again, going to do some fitting this weekend. See if I'm hoping that some exhaust stuff shows up this week, but I don't think so. So I'm going to try to put the motor mounts in there and have a ball with that. Blue Thunder, Garrett, Dre Day, Coca-Cola, Peter Chow, Michael Rodriguez, and all the usual. So it's a Bondover. Anyone know of the PBH equivalent for transmissions for the GM transmission world? My 8L90 died on me today. It looks like the stream is a little clearer. Hopefully it's streaming good on your end. I have great internet, so it's saying something about the bit rate because I put the stream to 1080 instead of 720 so that you guys can see this beautiful face a little clearer up in the hill. Okay, so Mr. Jim Forley ended up saying the following. Ford calls Chinese car companies an existential threat. This was today, 2024, at 6:24 a.m. The Blue Oval admits that these guys are ahead of us. Let's read the article real quick. Gone are the days when Chinese car manufacturers were the laughingstock of the automotive industry. Not only have they largely stopped ripping off the designs of the established brands, but they're seriously stepped up their engineering game. With an abundance of cheap labor and access to materials international automakers could only dream of, they're now a force to be reckoned with. After a visit to China that involved testing local cars, Ford CEO had a revelation. The Wall Street Journal says Jim Farley told a board member John Thornton that Chinese EV makers are an existential threat. During one of his trips, the CEO was joined by Chief Financial Officer John Lawler, who candidly admitted that these guys are ahead of us. Well, it's not that difficult. You guys really fucked up. Ford's head honcho said he's seen this movie before, referring to the rise of Toyota, Honda, and other Japanese automakers and their ability to grab sales from American brands since the 90s. Similarly, Farley associated the growing of the impact Chinese car manufacturers with how Hyundai and Kia have vastly improved their recent decades, especially in terms of EVs. And how is Honda doing and Toyota doing up against Ford? Huh? Ford? How's Ford fighting back? In February, Farley announced that the Skunkworks team is working on a new platform dedicated to affordable EVs to battle the Chinese, but also Tesla in the meantime. In the meantime, it's about to launch a fully electric Puma small crossover that's unlikely to be sold in the United States. The main market for the Puma E is likely to be Europe, where the company recently delayed its ambitious goal to go purely electric by 2030. EVs carrying the Blue Oval have been few and far between. An electric 3-row SUV was supposed to come out in 2027. But it was ultimately canceled last month. In addition, Ford is reducing EV spending by 10%, delaying the next-gen electric F-150 pickup for a second time. It was initially scheduled for 2025 before being pushed back to 2026 and now 2027, meaning that it'll never get done. You could say Ford has made some rather interesting decisions in the last recent years. Last year, it discontinued the Fiesta, one of Europe's most popular cars. The Super Mini's demise follows the Mondeo's discontinuation in 2022, with Focus heading into the car graveyard in 2025. These cars have been dead for a few years in the United States, where the Mondeo was sold as a Fusion. The bigger Taurus was retired in 2019. Plenty of governments around the world have realized the Chinese threat and have been implementing tariffs on EVs, but built in China for export markets. Last week, the Biden administration locked in a stiff 100% duty on the Chinese EVs. The U.S. Trade Representative Office has announced the import will come into effect September 27th. Also happening next week, the European Union is expected to vote on higher tariffs according to Automotive News Europe. The EU wants to slap SAIC with duties of 36.3. Volvo's parent company, Geely, would be hit with 19.3, while BYD cars shipped to Europe would face a 17% tariff. However, Bloomberg reports that these rates are likely to decrease. Now, how do you know something is better than your product? You tax it. You tax it. What you do is you tax it. What you do is you try to keep people from buying it. You penalize people from buying it. Fairmont getting Craig Wall's motor confirmed? I don't know. Joe Swish, I wish, but he has to throw me a price. It's probably going to be 25 grand for that fucking motor, maybe more. So I don't got that kind of money to throw at this. I got swaps and bullshit all over the place. But anyway, so think back to when Ford started fucking with the electric car game. They put a Mustang name on a hideous, slow, less enticing than the Model Y, more expensive than the Model Y, and they said, this is a Mustang. It turned a lot of people off. People were like, number one, that's not a Mustang. You're just throwing a name on a crossover electric vehicle to sell it. Then you went ahead and made the electric F-150. It looks like an F-150, but it's not, let's just say, fully capable of what other trucks of this in the same class are capable of. The acceleration's not there, but everything else, it can be done by other companies that like Rivian is actually a really good truck. The Cybertruck, even though it's not as capable as an F-150, it's got the name behind it and people are going to buy it, and it's weird looking and people like being weird. Tesla owners are not conventional car owners. They're like iPhone people. They want to they want to be in with the in crowd. iPhone people buy an iPhone just to have a blue chat bubble. Psychotic behavior. Meanwhile, when you figure out that your OLED screens are made by Samsung, your chips are made by Samsung, just buy a fucking Samsung and have rich text features instead of being stuck on SMS old shit. So the last straw for me was Ford giving people that have a 10th grade education that work with exoskeletons putting on parts on cars and impact guns held by tethers a crazy raise. The reason Ford will never compete with China is very simple. The cost of labor. You will never, ever beat the cost of labor in China. Now, the only way that Ford can compete is maybe phase out whoever is in the union, meaning you make a new job, right? And then you don't make that union job. And then the people that got those hundreds of thousands of dollars to wear exoskeleton suits to put on a fender can slowly get phased out into other things. And then you let the Haitians and feed them tons of cats, and they'll be the happiest things on the planet to put headlights, lug nuts, and all that stuff on the cars. I joke, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to cut your labor costs. You're never, ever going to justify a $60,000 Mustang Mach-E GT with 13 or 12 second performance, and it's less technology driven than a comparable Model Y from Tesla. Like, not even close. And the fact that you have such high overhead by paying your union employees the most ridiculous contract in history, they're not worth that. You guys aren't worth that. You're not worth that. I'm sorry. Nobody on the planet deserves $100,000 to stand for 10 hours putting parts on cars that are assisted by exoskeletons that cost millions of dollars to develop. It's just crazy talk. China, they literally have guys waiting there, and if someone drops dead, get the fuck out of here. This 2-year-old will do it. They're different. They're different. You're never going to compete with that. They have basically slave labor over there, and they're going to grind it out. And if you don't like it, get popped in the head. Next one, go. How do you compete against that? You put tariffs on it. So let me ask you a question. If you're a psychotic person and want to buy BYD vehicles, would you pay 100% tariff on it? If you knew that after it's all said and done, that electric vehicle, it's better engineered, it's better built, and if you lived in China, let's just say, money, dollar for dollar, your dollar goes way further with BYD than it does with Ford on the electric side. Have you been wildly impressed by Ford's gas division? Like, fuck electric, Ford. Fix your gas shit. Fix your diesel shit. Forget electric. You don't even have a lockdown on the gasoline part of your business. You're discontinuing sedans. Why? Well, people stop buying sedans. Honda, Kia, Hyundai. All they make is sedans. And you know why they beat you, Ford? Because they made better sedans. They made better cars. Everything they have is a little turbo 3-cylinder, 4-cylinder, zippy as fuck, cheap as fuck, we have a disposable society, and they just throw shit away, and after 4 years they get rid of it. So you discontinued the Contour, you discontinued the Taurus, not because people stopped buying it because the sedan market was dying. It was dying because you built the least desirable sedans out there. And people like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, and Toyota pushed your shit royally up your ass and out of your mouth that you couldn't compete, so you had to discontinue it. How many of you like the second generation EcoBoost F-150 motors that are just dying left and right, 3.5 liter? I've heard nothing but massive amounts of failures with their 3.5 liter EcoBoost. The 2.7 seem to be okay, but those aren't, severe duty things. But a lot of people are trying to really work the 3.5s really hardcore, and I tell you, just buy the Coyote. Don't even bother with the EcoBoost stuff. Yeah, twin turbo, you can make power boosted, blah, blah, blah. But if you're going to use it for truck purposes, get the V8. The Coyote is tried and true, has been around since 2011. That is 13 years of continued awesome service. Why would you go with an EcoBoost at all? They have revised a couple of times. So the existential threat is not China. It's you, Ford. You're the existential threat to yourself. You make inferior products. You make products people don't want. And the products that you do make don't last that long. They seem to be crappy. They're expensive as hell. And mechanics love it. I don't know much about the diesel market, but if I was to actually dip my toes in understanding what's happening in the diesel market, I guarantee I can come up with many more examples since, let's say, 2015 that makes Ford the least desirable American car company to buy anything with or from. And I'm just a Mustang fan. I don't buy any other Ford products. That's it. And I stopped caring about the Ford Mustang in 2019. After 2021 and up, I saw the quality go down. I saw the materials look cheaper. I saw the performance not be any better. The 2024 Mustang performs worse than the previous generation stock. People say, no, you don't. Yes, they do. And the only way they perform better is when they're king gutted, have a Whipple on it, and no warranty. And it might last you a couple thousand miles, but it's not going to last you nearly as long as a 10 PSI boosted aftermarket tuned Mustang with the proper injector and the proper fueling. So the existential threat is not BYD, Ford. The existential threat is you. When you want to look for the root cause of the issues that Ford has been having, get someone that lives outside of the Ford bubble to come in and really pull apart what the hell's happening in that company. I guarantee they're going to find out that you guys are the problem. What do you guys think? Is Ford shooting themselves in the foot and they're just blaming somebody else and saying, hey, they're doing better than us, they got more technology? Or have they done so many missteps, paid their employees way too much fucking money, and they're never going to be competitive with $100,000 exoskeleton wearing employees building subpar vehicles? We'll talk about it, talk some shit a little bit. Someone paid me $50, Brandon Panozzo. The worst part about going up on Chinese automakers is even if they sell us 1 million of them, it won't lead to tax breaks for us common people. We're just paying more for their cars. I don't buy a car for a tax break. I buy a car because I need it. I don't give a fuck about a tax break. Like, tax breaks to me, I don't buy a car I don't think there should be subsidies. How's that? I don't think you should, because you're picking favorites at that point. You're then picking, you can't as a government put your thumb on the scale of the market by allowing some manufacturers to have a tax break based on the vehicle that they buy. I think that's silly. For a little while, the Model Y did not have tax benefits, but it was still selling like crazy. So what did Tesla do? They slightly lowered the price to meet the tax criteria, and some of those people got a break. But the problem is this. Now the American public is subsidizing electric car companies by giving them a $6,000 or $7,000 or $5,000 tax credit. I don't think anybody should get any money for buying a vehicle. If you need it, buy it. If you need a tax break, and that's the only reason you would buy the vehicle, then that means that the vehicle is not worth that much or not desirable, and the only desirable aspect of it is the tax break. I think it's stupid. Look at the numbers. Even with a 100% tariff, it's still cheaper than an American car by a lot. I didn't know that. APOC, where do you see the metrics? Because don't want to look into that. Joe Jackson, Alex is spot on. Look at McDonald's fast food prices now. Why? Minimum wage is $15 an hour or more. The labor cost goes to the consumer. Correct. This is what people think happens when it comes to business. Let's say I own anything, and now I have to manufacture in the United States. Let's say California. And Governor Newsom, who looks like the fucking Joker, says everyone here has to get paid $20 an hour. What do you mean? This is a little plastic evap delete kit. Okay, so now this evap delete kit costs me $20 an hour for an employee to make. Let's say at the end of the day, depending on how many, let's say I make 100. For every 100 I make, it costs me $1. So now gas prices go from $2.19 to $3.80. And now I have to ship that part because now the shipping company is charging me more money. So let's say I used to charge you $29 for this part that cost me $1, but down the road, my profit margin, basically my margin was 30% at the end of the day. Now everything goes up. Labor goes up, gas goes up, tax goes up. Now my margin to operate goes from 30% to, 22%. Now what do I have to do? I have to raise the price because I have to stay in business. Because it's one thing to pay your bills, but it's another thing to pay your bills and pay yourself. Like, what am I in business for if I can't pay myself? Do you know how many businesses pay their bills, but don't pay themselves a salary? Meaning they pay the rent, they pay the electric, but they don't have money of their own to buy anything. It goes right back into the company. So people don't understand that when Ford says, oh, okay, we're going to give these people more money because they have record profits. Record profits? They've lost billions in the last 3 years. And these unions go up there and go, we want more money, which is okay, whatever. You can ask for more money, but read the tea leaves. Shit's fucked. Take one for the team. We've taken one for the team forever. Get another job. We deserve this. If that's correct, go anywhere else in the open market and chase that money. I'll give you an example. When I worked for the previous tuning company, I thought it was worth double what I was making because I saw the output, the profit. I said, this is the only department making money in this company. So when an offer came in that was double what I was making at the previous place, they found out what the market value of a person like me was. And I said, that's the market value. If you're a union guy putting on headlights on an F-250 in an assembly line, no problem. Take that resume and shop it. Don't quit your job. Take the resume and shop it. Go to every other car manufacturer. Go to adjacent style companies. Work for an industrial power plant. Work for any other type of industry. And shop your resume around. And when they come back with offers of $35,000 to $40,000 a year, but you at your union job putting on a headlight on an F-250 are getting paid $85,000 with full bennies and overtime, sit down, do your fucking job, shut the fuck up. But no, we live in this society that just because you've been there for a long time, you're owed money. Now, companies, understandably, need to take care of employees that they cannot lose. There are certain employees in certain companies that you cannot lose. They're a cornerstone. I'm not one of those guys. I'm gonna be the first one to admit I can go. Everyone can go. The only one that can't go is probably Junior, right? That's it. Junior and Senior, and Cheryl, the owners, right? Everyone else replaceable. Takes a lot of time, but at the end of the day, one of the cogs in the wheel leaves, the others will keep going. Not a problem. But I have other experience I can shop. I love these people that think that they deserve something when they are not special shit. I'm not out there tripping, asking for raises. I know my worth in certain companies. I shut my mouth, do my job, or become more valuable. Ford caved, said, okay, here's $100,000 on average to a bunch of people wearing exoskeletons. Cool. Oh no, why are we losing money? Oh no, we're not competitive. Oh shit, we gotta lobby the government to place tariffs on car companies that are making a better product cheaper than we can make it. Do better. Like, I'm all for the open market, and I love the fact that things are made in the USA, but let's be honest. If things are made in the USA, and the made in the USA stuff used to be pride and quality, that shit is gone. Right? Made in USA doesn't mean made in USA 1985, 1995, 2005. Made in USA 2024 is some Gen Alpha or Gen Z broccoli-haired kid saying Rizz, mewing, skibbity, making shitty stuff that there is no quality from that generation of the lowest paying people. So if I'm going to get a car made by a fucking 10-year-old in China or a skibbity broccoli-haired Gen Z kid, give me the 10-year-old built BYD electric car in China. Fuck that shit. Made in USA don't mean shit no more. It's just a matter of fact. It says, you took that wrong, Alex, says Brandon. I meant a break on our income tax, not okay. A break on our income tax, not to incentive to buy anything. Basically, their budget will be, whoa, English was not your strong suit. You took that wrong, Alex. No commas. You took that wrong, Alex. I meant a break on our income tax, not incentive to buy anything. Basically, their budget will be filled partially by China, but they will still charge all Americans. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Can anyone decipher what he just said? Can anyone decipher what he just said? They're asking the 25-year-olds that only want boring cars that they don't have to take care of. What do you think about railroad unions? I don't know nothing about, I don't know anything about railroad unions. Cardu says, you also have to be smart as a consumer and do your research. I currently have 5 Fords with well over 200,000 miles on them. You have to be smart and do your maintenance and get a bit lucky. Yeah. Ford's main problem is they think that they know what the customers want, but they don't even ask in the first place. Jacob says, hey, Unc, can you help me out and let the people know? I'm selling some brand new Ford Star F14 front runners with tires, 600 plus, whatever shipping is if needed. Jacob Workman selling some F14 front skinnies. For real, no cap. Spell Lana backwards. Bro, Alex has been watching The Human Spider. Alex, do you munt edging in their exoskeleton? Skibbity, pounding his stick in the closet. What's even worse is that the retirees that keep wanting more and more, even though they're retired. Hey, I'm all in for saying Timmy out. I'm saying little Timmy out in China put in work for $1 a day. Take aspirin, Brandon. Alex saying Rizz and Skibbity was not on my bingo card. Do you think I'm not up on game? You guys think because I got gray hair that I'm not up on game? Ma. Call me Unc. Call me old. I'm up on game. Instagram really does it. Hey, Alex, what's the normal 60 to 130 for a bone stock 10 or 80 car? Trying to find out where I'm at. 10, 5, or 9, 9. Brandon, lay off the dark wine, brother. People buy Tahoes and Suburbans because they want the simplicity of a V8. Who the fuck wants to worry about timing chains and turbos going out? Alex bought an Escalade. Why? 6.2. The 8-speed isn't great, but that thing is still shifting. I've had it for almost 2 years. It just starts. I checked the oil the other day. It's all there. I'm like, whoa. Have you ever been surprised that you haven't checked your oil in like 3 months? And you're like, fuck, let me check the oil. It's all there. Whoa. You know how much confidence I have in the Escalade? I drive that motherfucker to Alaska and back. Wouldn't even worry about it. What do you think about it? Let's go. Missed shifting and all. Fuck it. A spark plug wire came loose the other day. I was in Boca trying to get some topo. And the thing was misfiring. It made it home. No problem. Oh, look. Spark plug wire came out. Put it in. Turned it off. Turned it on. Check engine light went away. It just kept chugging. And I'm like, Ford don't make nothing like that. You make that? No. So, would you rather have a car built by a Chinese kid that has tons of training? So, when was the best time that the U.S. ever did anything? Meaning, the Industrial Revolution, right? So, what was a job from an what was one of the jobs underaged people had during the Industrial Revolution? I'll show you. Let me see. Let me look it up. Okay. So, no, this is not it. Let me look up images. Yeah, the good old days. The good old days. Hey, Timmy, go over there and get Get this fucking thing running. You got it, boss. Hey, we need some sheets made, Dorothy. You got it. Hey, we got to shovel some coal in this motherfucker. You got it. Hey, the paper's got to get delivered. 6-year-old Timmy. You got it. Right? Hey, you better get to work overtime, mama. Yes, ma'am. And this fucking kid, right? You want to look at this kid right here, right? This kid is probably fucking 10. He went in there. He mined some coal, right? And then the Japs bombed Pearl Harbor. and he joined. And he killed motherfuckers. Right? He flamed through some of these guys in trenches. Then, right, he comes out. It's 1955. He's got a house, white picket fence, a wife, and he's in his 40s. Then the stupid hippies show up. And they're like, man, screw you, man. You fought for screw you, man. And then he's 70 or 80. And he is at a Starbucks. And he says, I would like a large hot coffee. And the guy goes, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I want a large hot coffee. Oh, you mean a grande? Oh, grande means big. I don't even know if that's right. It's a tall. It's a venti. Why venti? Because it means 20. This kid would outwork any motherfucker nowadays, okay? And this is why China is winning. Because they're at this stage in their evolution. This is why they're winning. They're at this stage. And we're in the skibbity stage. OnlyFans, showing your asshole, making millions of dollars. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with this shit. Bring back child labor. I'm telling you, bro. Kid wouldn't survive. Tell a 15-year-old right now. You gotta shovel shit at a wastewater plant. You see that pile of shit? Yes, sir. Take this shovel it from this side of the warehouse to that side of the warehouse. I quit. Fuck you. Those kids live to 40. The children yearn for the mines. Kids today would never. 10-year-old getting their shit crushed in some gears. Hell yeah. Children. World War II, building planes, ships, ammo, and cannons and shit. When we went to the moon, we can't really claim that one. Germany can. People. You are 100% correct. I bought a 24 CRV after my Focus caught fire. Ford has nothing that catches attention from the diesels. Ford needs to put the Coyote in Expedition and get rid of the 10R80. I drive my 01 Tahoe from Oklahoma to New York during deep winter weather and trust it with 180,000 miles on it. That 5.3 just works. How soon will Dodge be going out of business with their EV Charger? I have no idea, but there is zero excitement with this new Charger, their electric Charger. They killed that brand. They brought it out behind the woodshed, and they're like, you done me good for a little while, Charger, but you got to go. You costing me lot in vet bills, and you're shitting in the middle of the living room, and you're pissing your pants. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. I know, but you done good. You shown us many great slide jobs. The last thing some of the ops saw was the headlights of the Charger. You know, so you done good. See you later, you're dead. Fuck you. Grande is medium. See, that's how much I know. Put the kids back in the plant, bro. North Korea is the same way. Ford needs a bigger displacement on the Coyote variant. I am telling you guys, a 6-liter Coyote would be serious. Right now, there are IMSA road race cars that have like a 5.5, 5.4, 5.3, like a weird displacement. Slightly longer stroke. Hey, yo. And I'm telling you, Ford, you actually built a iron version of that as opposed to a different stroke version of that. Oh. Imagine. So the 5-liter Coyote at max effort has been 3s in the 8th and 5s in the quarter with MMR in a bigger displacement Coyote. They built their own higher cubic inch, bigger displacement Coyote, proving that architecture, the cylinder head design, block design, just add some stroke and add some meat where the pistons live and make it a little taller. Oh, it would be serious. But no, let's build an electric fucking F-150. Fuck you. Here y'all, to my two-wheel drive Whipple F-150 that ran pretty good. Thinking about that route. Black lung for kids. Imagine an American 10-year-old building a Coyote. Bring back child labor. Bring back child labor. I don't want a large farva. Whoever's bringing back child labor is getting my vote. My bad, bro. Some idiot kid who didn't know how to use the hot chocolate machine at my local DD. We need a 6-year-old tuning strictly 10R cars at Lund. You're not wrong. Hard times make strong men. Good times make soft men. But I want to be a YouTuber, bro. Yeah, I want to be a YouTuber. You think I want to send cold air intake tunes? And the guy's like, you don't start on your tune. And I'm like, which way's the MAF sensor facing? Oh man, for real, I was just mewing this broad under this, and then I skibbity'd my pants. Oh, shut the fuck up. Kathy Lee Gifford approves of this message. That's an old guy reference, Gregory up, bitch. That's an old guy reference. Royal Coyote says, dude, working with wastewater isn't fun, but it's part of the job and I make decent money. For most kids my age, I'm getting my CDL classes paid for. Juan says, LOL, what's that smell? Sasso. And the blower wine. Well, kids nowadays growing up in a society that middle-aged people have formed. You're right. Can we talk about how salty the Chevy boys are about your Instagram posts? I don't think there's like 5, but the vast majority of guys I don't think care, to be honest with you. Alex, what day edge steak are you on? What the edge steak? I don't know what you're talking about. I work for Dodge. The brand is in the shitter, says Sam50. Tall, Grande, Venti, got it. Godzilla, but it's Coyote architecture, 5.5. Doesn't a 3-letter company make a 5.5 stroker? Do they? Let's go. I don't give a fuck. MMR. I am actually typing MMR on my computer. MMR.com. Holy shit. I'm actually doing it. Oh, modular motorsports racing? Is that who they are? Modular Motorsports Racing. Okay, let's look through their site. Video support shop. Okay, let's go together. Because you're my people. Okay, short blocks, long blocks. MMR race engines. Okay, sure. What the fuck? 351X, an MMR Gen X 351 billet Coyote crate engine, 54,999. Holy shit! But 351. Hundreds of hours of development, dyno testing, and track testing bring you the most revolutionary engine in the motorsports world. Okay, in short time, the Gen X has set the world record for any Ford door slammer with a 372 and capable of a 5.6 quarter mile, over 265 mile an hour, surpassing that of any Ford modular Coyote engine ever produced, and it is now available to the public. No other Coyote engine manufacturer has set more records and captured more championships than MCA, NMR, and PSCA. In Pro Mod form, this engine is capable of 4,000 horsepower, 5.6 second quarter mile times, and 265 miles an hour. This engine can be used for many heads-up racing classes, such as Pro Mod, Outlaw 4.5, Renegade 210.5, Drag Radial, and X275. Be sure to check your class rules. Absolutely no in-between round maintenance. No valve adjustment needed. Let me ask you guys a question. I know. It's MMR, right? It's MMR. 351 Coyote. This is what needs to happen. Someone's got to buy this and put it in a streetcar. But I think it's dry deck, right? This has to be dry deck. Someone needs... Is this dry deck? Billy rear cover, Billy oversized ERP head studs, BME, MMR waterless deck. That's what it is right there. That's a race engine. MMR. Can you make it water? Because $54,000. Okay, but this is the type of engine that you put up against Billet Noonan stuff, right? You put it up against Billet Noonan, Billy Badass shit. So I know Why doesn't anyone else make it? Why doesn't anyone else try to stroke a Coyote? It's so good. It just needs a little more stroke, like the kid. Alex, we got that. Dropping a like, catch the replay tomorrow. Keep up the great show. Hi, I'm new here. I love this chat. You can't find good entertainment like this. Super informative too. The GT3 Mustang has a 5.4. The GT3 has a 5.4. 6-liter Coyote GT500 would be life-threatening to the Corvette. Life-threatening to the Corvette. Okay. Cannot build much larger displacement unless they retool the entire plant. I get it. There was a rumor of a 6.8. Nestor Barrio says a V10 Coyote architecture or longer stroke bore would make the engine wider, more cylinders, stroke bore, I think taller and wider. The GT3 Mustang and IMSA have a 5.4 liter Coyote variant. A Coyote with some torque and big RPMs would be nice. Alex Cavs Mustang channel coming soon. A 427 twin independent variable cam timing would not be what you would think. Alex, would you help me change the batteries in my cell? Birds. Turvey's neck tattoo. GT3 has 550 horse with an inlet restrictor on the 5.4. It's not MMR. It's the Rocket Propelled Grenade website. Wow. Alex, it's Rocket Propelled Grenade racing engines. That makes a 5.5. Rocket Propelled. Are we kidding? Is this a joke? Be honest. I think the detonator meant to say edging streak. Got it. Is this the best stream in my opinion? Thank you, Chris Hunter. This is the best stream in my opinion. When are we getting the Bitcho level reveal? The Bitcho reveal? What the fuck? 60,000. Paul Ponthieu, though. How much is like a Billet Noonan thing? Craig Walls, paging you. If you don't mind me asking, is a Billet Noonan higher or lower than $50,000? Billet Noonan small block Ford, because that's what you have. And you probably have a 460 cubic inch small block Ford or a 420 cubic inch small block Ford. Or if you want to fit certain classes, high 300 cubic inch small block Ford. So tell me, is it higher or lower than $50,000? Something tells me it's higher. RPG has a shut up. A worth $50,000 all day just for the oil pump gears to snap. Nice. Pfft, I can make that on my rods, pistons, Gen 1. You think a 351X is as good as an N8 E85 car? Hello. Sitting in the airport, smashing the like. Sounds badass, actually. Right. Alex needs to hit the lottery. You don't think if this channel makes it, I'll be like, MMR, let's try it. I don't want to tune that. You don't want to tune that? You don't want to tune that. You don't want to be part of something that could be Billy Badass. If I was a millionaire, like loaded, I'd be like, yeah, let's try it. Why not? Let's put it in the Fairmont. Let's make the Fairmont Pro Mod bullshit. Nah, not Pro Mod bullshit. It can't be Pro Mod bullshit. Let's make it look like an LDR car, right? Like that's max for me. Like the Grey Goose, like LaSala's car, like most cars that fit that class ish. Okay, let's go ahead and put this 351X billet shit running on meth. Let's put a Ridj Case 400, Billy Badass M&M transmission, everything. What if that car runs 380s, 370s, 590s, like it's its job? Stop it. Shout out to Steve Morris. Water. Yeah, the Viper blew up. What are we stroking? Stroking my Coyotes to Alex's cab. 351X. So is it fast or quick? It's a pretty fast car. My bad. I need aspirin. What is your opinion on a Firebird? What are you talking about? Is that what RPG stands for? Rocket propelled grenades. Oh, I now got it. Have you seen that working? Stop it, Engine Destroyer. I don't care anymore. He put a fucking Odin on it. Like, why? Because it was free? I hope he didn't pay for that. Good for him, though. I know a local race car has one on it. Rocket Propelled Grenade Racing. Oh, my God. Have you been in a dry spell with the Toto lately? You can get Toto, but I'd rather not get bad Toto. I'd rather, end up with high quality, not Toto, but, a lady. If your needs are being met, then you don't seek the right things. You know what I'm saying? RPGs. Stop it. A new 6-liter Coyote type motor would destroy GM pushrod engine. What are you talking about? You know how many people are weirded out that the LS9? By the way, I'm going to sell the LS9. And this is the weird thing that's happening with the ZR1. I want to sell the LS9. I want to sell the twin disc clutch, the RPS twin disc clutch. It's $3,000. I want to sell the whole engine, everything. People are like, well, let me get this, let me get that, let me get this. No, you get the whole fucking thing. So how much would you pay for a rebuildable long block LS9? They're hard to come across. I'm going to give you the clutch. I'm going to give you all the accessories. I'll give you the Kong export. I'll give you the cold air intake. I'll give you the throttle body. I'll give you the fucking injectors and the rails. I'll give you pretty much everything. People are like, oh yeah, $1,500. Excuse me? Excuse me? What if you had it? What if you owned it? How much would you want for it? They'd want $5 or $6 grand. That's what the kid wants. Blower to oil pan. Give me $6 grand. That shit's gone. Oh, but it needs clutch, long block, export, throttle body, cold air, injectors, rails, all accessories, and a clutch. How much would you pay for that? Give me $6 grand. Come with a fucking truck. Get the fuck out of here, or I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker. Just like that.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Stitchy says, Theo, I've been watching live since your 5-year anniversary stream. In those 3 months, I've replayed all of your streams to August 2023. You've taught me so much. Thank you, Theo. Stitchy, thank you so much. I've always wondered how MMR's water intercooled intake actually perform. Steve Morris not looking good in me after seeing him hang with that one Florida man, bro. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I said the moment Steve Morris started fucking with Cletus's audience has no money, meaning the vast majority. And now he's become super commercialized. Like he can't do cool shit because some of the sponsors might not like it. So Steve Morris decided to jump on board, and nothing but bad shit happened with that car. That car ran okay, then it had a lifter, then it made metal, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And Steve Morris jumped on the hype train. I'm going to do YouTube stuff. And he became more of a YouTuber instead of an engine builder. And he just got addicted to telling you every stupid little thing. We don't need to know every stupid little thing that happens in your life, Steve. Love ya. Build engines. That's all you need to do. Build engines. You're an engine builder. But the Steve Morris got caught up in the hysteria, became a YouTuber, and now the Cletus crowds kind of like embraced him, and now he is living and dying by the Cletus crowd. So when a motor doesn't perform well, the Viper not blew up, but he had that lifter issue or whatever. I haven't seen any Steve Morris motor win a drag week. When was the last time a Steve Morris motor won a drag week? And again, I'm a nobody. I'm poor. I live in a 1-1. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm bald. All that shit. Is it a fact or not that a Steve Morris motor has not won a drag week in 5 years? Any updates on the ZR1? I'm late. No. I mean, the last thing I did was put the template in it Sunday. What do you want me to do? I work a full-time job. Do you think my full-time job is working on the ZR1 then coming here and reporting about it? No, I work a full-time job just like you do. And do you think I want to, after a job and after live stream, you think I want to go to the garage for 6 hours? No, that happens on the weekend. I'll trade you some real racing tires. Turvy reference. I've seen them for like $15K, $650, $10K. Pito grande. Even cooled seats. What's happening? SMX charges $75,000. Probably more if you want the water. Weird question. If I have an Illuminator with a VMP Gen 3R, 20 pounds of boost with a forged crank, is the crank support needed? I would. Because the crank is just a normal crank. It's not like a forged Billy Badass crank. Just a regular crank. Oh, forged crank. Oh, they forged stock. I would still get a crank support. But since it's blown, 10,000 doesn't sound bad. The whole thing. 6,000, is it blown? Of course it's blown. Put a 5.3 in the ZR1 and trade it in. That's funny. Since 26 spline is universal, could you hypothetically use the RPS clutch on the Coyote build and use different flywheel for the Coyote camper? Yeah, but then you got to balance it. Nope. I'm getting a clutch I understand. And that's probably a McLeod RXT because I like that clutch in the GT500. Cleet is the oldest looking 20-something-year-old I ever saw. Hope all is well, and I'm that guy that had the issue with the RTD. Thank you for the help today. Getting situated tuner is... I'm not gonna say it, but I'll put it up on the thing. Joe Swish is probably not because the clutch cover bolt pattern would be different, but he could probably look into it. Slow 99. 5,000 isn't bad, honestly. 5 to 6 grand. Export 2.3 lid injectors. Complete drive assembly, RPS clutch, long block, yes, with a Hertz cylinder. LS9, how much would you pay for that? If you owned it, how much would you want for that? People are like, oh, $1,500. Got it. It'll stay in my fucking garage for $1,500. Shaft diameters may vary on inputs. I already did the test, Rizzy. I put a 26 spline spec clutch that was in my GT500 for the T56, and it slid right in nicely. All I have to do is get the right input. The pilot bearing. You're Puerto Rican? GM's dual overhead cam 5.5 turbo V in the Z01 is nasty. Imagine if that went into a Camaro CTSV with an auto like the Z01 motor did. CJ race car seem pretty badass though. Yo, bitcho, says Nestor Barrios. No lie. $5,000 to $6,000. I'm down the road from you, North Lake. I would love that in my CTSV. I would buy it, sir. Okay, well that means you have to rebuild it. So if you give me $6,000, I will give you the blower to oil pan and the RPS clutch. Shh. Go sleeve it somewhere. It's got titanium rods, forged crank. You need if you can find a place to sleeve one sleeve and then re-ring the whole motherfucker and hone everything to size, you probably have yourself a cheap-ish LS9. I once thought a 5.8 Coyote would be cool. Update, he's selling the motor. I bet Turby's engine will win Drag Week before an SMX does. Nice. 6,000 is a deal for all you're giving. No, 10 seconds Z06. Everyone is telling me that, oh, I'll give you 3,000. I'm like, okay, then it'll stay in the garage and I'll rebuild it one day. Fuck it. If you buy the long block, does it come with a dead body, McLeod or Mantic? Either. I think a McLeod is just easier. So I have a billet energy block. Cass CID head with billet Thompson Motorsports intake 460. Oh, Craig Walls is answering the question. I have a billet energy block, Cass CID headed with billet Thompson Motorsports intake 460 cubic inch small block Ford. I sourced all of the materials myself and had Benston Automotive put it together for me and tune it. But what is the new one that is in your car right now? Is it not a billet Noonan situation? If that's the case, was it higher or lower than $50,000 for everything? I like my RXC with a stage 3 Caliber. RXC 1200 is badass. It's what I run on my car. Second shift has a clutch device coming out for my GT500, and I'll make that RXT slip. Swap it in the U-Haul truck for 50. Me too, Bryson. They're good clutches. Always have been. 1200 HD is actually pretty good. I would buy your LS9. 6,000 for that deal sounds fucking great, but I'm saving up money to buy Donnie off of you when or if that happens. I made an appointment with Thunder Autosports. I was sitting here going, when the fuck am I going to have time to install the converter in Donnie? And then I remembered how great Thunder Autosports treated me in the Fox body, and they do work on Coyotes. And I'm going to take my car to him, see how the install goes, and if everything goes well, I'm going to start scheduling shit there. I'm like, bro, I need your help. I need some help. I had an RXT, my 350, loved it, putting it on my Gen 1 once the Caliber Trans comes in. Is the LS9 rebuild off the table completely off for you? Yes. This is why. I don't trust anybody in the Chevy game. I don't trust anybody in the Ford game. So I'm not going to risk rebuilding this thing, spending $6,000, $10,000, $15,000 potentially. It's not that expensive. I don't know. Don't you want a good job? Is someone going to do it for under $6,000 all in? Okay, so if I'm going to spend $6,000 to fix my LS9 and be back at square one, I still have IAT issues. I still have fueling issues. I still have issue after issue after issue. Or I could sell it for $6,000. I already have a Coyote, the control pack, motor mounts, body control module, and all of the wiring that I need to do will not be $6,000. I have the pedal, I have the computer, I have the motor. So, pay $6 to be back at square one, sell it for $6, put that into in the Coyote swap, and have a better motor. Let's be honest. I'm sorry if you think an LS9 in stock form is better than a Coyote in stock form, Gen 3 and up, and I have a 322 combo coming, or in the Fairmont, you might want to do some research. You hear about Turvey's latest project. He's supercharging his neighbor's minivan. LT5 off the C701 would have been put in the 6th-gen Camaro and called a Z28. Did you see the boosted Coyote swap 65 Mustang on Brent speed? No, I did not. When is the next giveaway? Here we go. 11.7 quarter-mile loading. Exactly. I've been watching videos on the 13, and I can't wait. I hope it turns out like the black car. 13? Black car? Black car was a stick. Justin Michael says, shit, I trust people in the Honda game over Ford and Chevy. Was not always that way. Stitchy says, dude, would you ever pull the Yodi out of the ZR1 and build a second motor for hush money? Theo, would you ever pull the Yodi out of the ZR? I don't know what you're talking about. It's not. Can't wait to see the Coyote in the ZR1. LS Boy is going to be bad. And I'm not doing it for clicks. I'm not doing it for clicks. I'm not doing it for likes. I'm doing it because it is cheaper. I have control of the tuning. It's a better motor. I have more options in supercharging, turbocharging, centrifugal, positive displacement. Intercooling is way better on the Ford side. The tuning is better on the Ford side. So it's basically, I'm Coyote swapping a chassis that is light, has a transaxle, carbon brakes, carbon fenders, carbon hood, carbon top. I'm basically Coyote swapping a really good chassis. That's all I'm doing. Chevy guys, broke boys just like the Mustang dudes on Facebook. Everyone wants shit for cheap. I bought a Hurt 5.4 GT500 long block for $5,500. LS9 is the same category motor, $6,500 to $7,000 minimum. But Alex, LS9 is top tier LS, but it's still an LS. Craig Walls, that's the motor in my red car right now. And it was $45,000 start to finish for a 4-second eighth, 6-second quarter mile badass motor. And it's dry deck, I think. I don't think it's wet deck. If you swap to ZR1, the Coyote, you'll have the fastest ZR1. That's funny. I don't think so. There's somebody building right now a compounded boost ZR1. And I'm like, what year is it? Why don't you just make it turbo? Did you see the S550 VMP boost? Stupid. You should shut the fuck up. It's still working, but had to hang out with the bros for a little while. Is the gray card not a 13 or a 14? The gray card's a 13, but my black car was a manual, so I don't know how that correlates. Less IAT problems with the Coyote compared to the LS9. I get it, not as much torque. IAT issues, gone when supercharged. So I'm going to talk to Magnuson. I'm going to talk to E-Force. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to say, these are the projects I got going on. Do y'all want to be involved? If y'all don't want to be involved, all good. I'll piece together a kit and get after it myself. But I would hope to work with somebody if they want their product on these vehicles. But I have a Illuminator swap GT500 ready to go. Fuel system, cage, build, transit. I'm waiting for a blower. No one's stepping up. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna Coyote swap to ZR1. So imagine by December, I will have sitting in my not driveway but my garages a Coyote swap ZR1 ready to go, a Coyote swap GT500 ready to go, both with 6 speeds, built 6 speeds, both ready to get after it, and people aren't looking to join in. No problem. Then I don't. When the cars run a number on my own, don't hop in and try to join in then. Don't try to hop in after I built these cars and run numbers on them. Oh gosh. Gen 2 manual, 2.9 Whipple, 2.9 Gen 2 Whipple, says Stuart D. I have small bronze flakes in the oil filter. Ooh, you got your bearings. Only bothers the engine to smell the end of the rod. Yep. You probably have a low oil pressure too, so it's probably due for a rebuild. Been gone the last couple of weeks, says Daniel Pelayo. Just finding out the Coyote's going into the ZR1. Sick. Alex, is it possible to do a 322 with the Gen 1 and adjust cam positions through the tune? No. Oh, yes, but it's not going to drive well, bro. It's not going to drive. I'm doing it because I know what it's going to drive like. So I don't recommend that, and Lund will probably give you shit about that in an official capacity. The reason I do it is because I have control of the tuning of these vehicles. Yeah, someone making a twin turbo Kong ported blower. I'm like, why the fuck are you doing that? It's like, it's not even cool to me. Why don't you just make it twin turbo? Like with modern technology, you're still. And then they'll say this. It made 1,100 horsepower on only 6 psi. Well, yeah, but the blower's making 20. The local that has the billet MMR went in the For's first full outing. Have you sent out the blower for the GT500? No, I got to talk to Kong. I got to be like, bro, what am I going? Like, if he's willing to sponsor it, cool. But if he's like, I'm going to charge it, I got to save some money. Guys, I have 2 big projects. 3, really. 4, really. But let's just say big. ZR1 swap, GT500. And the Fairmont is a distant project that I'll probably get running when I'm 50. Round 2 with Edelbrock would be cool if it came full circle. Yeah, but I don't think I have a contact at Edelbrock. With everything you know and now experience, would you have still bought the ZR1? Absolutely. It's a different car. It's something that the Mustang cannot offer, you know? Around how much did you spend to Coyote swap the GT500? Coyote motor not included. $1,500. Okay. I have the motor. I had the clutch. I had everything from the GT500 because it's modular. It's all the same shit. So I used the clutch. I used the transmission, the bell housing, the everything. So I bought motor mounts, hoses, a computer, an engine harness, headers from Ultimate Header, and that was the biggest cost. And I already had FIC 1000s laying here. So $1,500 it cost me, and a lot of labor. Yeah, like the black car was thick. I'm just a sucker for S197 content. Understood. I'm excited for the 01 swap and track day quarter mile. I don't think it's going to see the quarter mile for a while because, look, axles are expensive for that thing. So it's not like I'm just going to go out there clutch dumping the motherfucker. And it's not going to be a drag car. If anything, it'll be a 60 to 130 car that I'll try to get into the 4s easily or into 3s, but it's going to need about 900 to 1,000 real horsepower to do that. So that's like E85 fuel system. So if on Sunoco 260 GT, ID 1300s, stock fuel pump, it can run 460 to 130 with a stock bottom end Coyote, stock headed, stock cammed, but different generation Coyote. Bro. Alex, sent you my contact by email for the LS9. Let me know, sir. Seen the saga and I'm aware of the damage. Give me $6,000. Like there's no talking, but we'll talk over email, brother. Will the Coyote Swap 01 fill the Cobra kit car itch? Very good. So this is the problem with the Cobra kit car itch. It's $100,000 for the kind of car I want. And it has a stock Coyote in it. And the more you look into it, the less desirable it is. No hardtop, no AC, no ABS, no big badass brakes. It's just a very, very light car that's a death trap that has a Coyote in it. The area where your feet lie, you're going to be like this. I have big feet. I have 11 and a halves. Okay. So that dick is big and fat. So I'm going to be really struggling with the clutch, the brake, and the gas because they're like this tight together. Now, they make a wide version of that body style, but that is big money. So I don't want a bigger, heavier car. But I also want a hardtop. So that's hard to find. I want AC because I'm in fucking Florida. And I don't have a lot of room in the Cobra to twin turbo, do crazy stuff like that. Neither do I in the ZR1, but it is a modern vehicle. It has some of the baddest brakes that ever came in a car. It's light for its generation. If I can get a high revving, high horsepower V8 in there with the transaxle, with everything working in unison, everything working, the gauges and everything, AC, I don't need to buy an AC Cobra, and I'll save $100,000 in doing so. I saw another Compound Boost 01. It had a Kong 2650 and a centrifugal on it too. I was very confused as to why. How about the Hellcat Supercharger on the LS? Good question, BJ. Reach out to VMP for the sponsorships just for the lulz. GT500, JC, don't Coyote swap your GT500. Your motor's built. It'll fly now. Stop it. Okay. Do you still plan on getting the 01 in the 9s? Yes. Would you give road racing a chance with the 01? Probably not. Oh, fuck. Probably NA. I wouldn't put a supercharger on it and unless it's like 9 PSI, which is still 650 10 PSI, which would still be 650 ruble horsepower on a ZR1. The rock chips kill the paint. Probably not. Does Holley own Edelbrock? May have contact then. I don't have a contact with anybody. Does Holley own Edelbrock? Does Holley own Edelbrock? No. I love it. I love the AI on YouTube or Google. No, Holley does not own Edelbrock. Does anyone have an Edelbrock contact? Let's get the Amory on this. If anybody has an Edelbrock contact, hit him up. Say Alex is inquiring about a E-Force 2650 for the Corvette. He is Coyote swapping his Corvette. Fuck it, he's going all in because he's selling his LS9 and the clutch. Derek Fox says, so we're talking about the Ford sucks now, GTD versus New 01 price and performance. It's not even close. And someone actually made a video on it, and it's like the real Brian Mello or whatever. That guy, Brian Mello. He made another video talking about the GTD, and he did a really good job. He does really great videos. Hit him up. Brian Mello. Where is it? The GTD finally announced. Where'd it go? The GTD finally announced, Ford finally announced GTD horsepower numbers. It was like 825, but then the price was 320 something, and they still haven't released times. I guess I don't have the video up. No, system, no. Perform EPA test diesel truck shops. No, I thought it was here, but I saw it somewhere. But the GTD for $325,000 versus a ZR1, even with markup, is not going to hit $300,000. So it's not even close. I think the ZR1 is a better buy. And again, it's a limited run. It's a limited run for GTD. To me, it's a gimmick. Another reason why BYD is fucking you up is because you stupid sons of bitches, Ford, are worrying about a fucking GTD like that matters. Like that fucking matters. A $325,000 car made by, what the fuck is the name of that company? Something. I forget the name of the manufacturer that is actually going to make the GTD. You guys actually put money, thought, and effort into that. And then you're like, oh, man, these Chinese cars are fucking us up. Gotcha. I wonder why. The past 9 months, Alex wanted a 427 Cobra and a Viper, and now he has a Coyote swap GT500 and swapping another into the ZR1. Who would have ever thought? Me too. My man said big feet, size 11 and a half. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Size 48. I'm sorry, Mr. Size 48. I'm not a 9. I'm not an 8. Sounds like you need Daytona kit car instead of a Cobra. Trinity swap the ZR1. No way. No way. It'll never fit. The Trinity motor to me is not special. Coyote to me is more special than a Trinity. If the Trinity ends up anywhere if it ever gets built, because let's be honest, guys, I don't think that's going to get built either. And that's probably going to be for sale also as a fucking parts bin. That's right. I think the Trinity is going to be for fucking sale because the person that I sent it to is not interested in building it now. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I don't trust anybody with the Trinity. It's sitting on a pallet somewhere. And I'm like, cool, give it back. Give me all the fucking parts. For sale. Get it out of my fucking life. Do you think it'll still be as hot in the 01 with the swap? Of course. Is there a way to swap the rotors in any supercharged making it? No. Yes, because the heat comes from the torque tube and the exhaust. Put XPL PPF. Nope. I delivered to Edelbrock warehouse in Sanford, North Carolina. I have the shipping receiving manager's number. Okay, hit him up. Fuck, the shipping receiving manager. Hey, you're the guy at the warehouse that receives pallets. Can you give me a blower? Okay, well, that shoots my contact out the window. He works at Holley. I think some road racing lessons in the Coyote Swap 01 would be awesome. No, it wouldn't. You won't get the rock chips, but get the driving experience of how great that chassis is. I'm good. I got a good bet. If Poppy Trumps win, fuck the 3-valve build. If Poppy Trumps win, you have to take the 01 to LS Fest. No, I don't. Your 01 is nice, just needs LED side markers. Multimatic, thank you. Multimatic. Ford has 20 years of Ford guys choosing the aluminum tech skid block over the iron block and still thought we'd want an iron Coyote. The tech skid block is sought after everywhere and they're picking it over. I think it's called is it a Boss block or something like that? The iron block? I don't know what it's called. And Ford's like, you know what we should do? Because we never leave this bubble. We have no idea what's happening outside of these walls. We should build a iron Coyote. Tell me, Ford, how long did it take you to think about that, put it into perspective, put it into play, gather the materials, make the machining, all that stuff, the machinery, and all that? What did it cost you? I thought I heard someone say GTD was a better track car than the Ford GT. Hard to believe. Multimatic. 3K for the Trinity right now, right? There's someone that put a Trinity in a new Edge with an Edelbrock. With an Edelbrock in the ZR1, you could hypothetically reuse the stock hood with small spacers if needed. Would fool a lot of LS9 huggers. That's the reason I'm doing it, because it looks similar to the stock blower. Never know. Looking at boosting my 14 manual car, says Nunya. Should I build the bottom end to go for a 3-2-1 build? Kind of new to this shit, so I appreciate the help. What are your goals? What do you want to do? If you want to stay at 650 row horsepower and pump gas and not put a fuel system in it, you don't need to do anything. If you want to eventually end up in the high 700s, mid 800s where it's really fun, I'd get at least a Gen 2 bottom end in there, or a 3-1-1 or a 3-2-1 if you can swing it, if you can find Gen 2 heads. Good luck finding Gen 2 heads. Coyote powered Escalade, don't tempt me. No, that's very involved. No, thank you. Dropping a like, starting from the beginning. Trinity in my SN95 comes with a blower. Meanwhile, you have an LS guy. Think about what I can sell you with the Trinity. I can sell you the whole thing. Intake to oil pan. Intercooler to oil pan. 12-to-1 pistons. And I'll give you the extra 10-to-1 pistons that are here. Get it the fuck out of my life. LS9, get the fuck out of my life. Trinity, get the fuck out of my life. Because I don't trust no one to build that shit. I'm going to be like, bro, I'm going to pick it up in pieces. So I'm going to shop it. That's right. I got a sleeve block. I got rods, crank, pistons, heads that are redone, brand new L&M cams. Get it out of my fucking life. Get it out of my life. Gun ahead, would you have to go to LS Fest or Mustang Week? LS. I'd rather go to LS Fest than Mustang Week. Have you seen Mustang Week, people? At least LS Fest, there's racing happening. At Mustang Week, it's like the gayest people I've ever seen in my life. It's a 1 week long car show for Mustang culture. Think about that. People out there like hanging out with other people that have Mustangs. I don't like anybody. It's because I'm an introvert. That's what it is. I'm salty because I'm an introvert. I don't like anyone. I don't like you. I don't like anybody. I don't like Camaro guys. I don't like Volkswagen guys. I don't like Subaru guys. I think you're all fucking goofy. Every single one of you is a goofy ass motherfucker. I want to have a car show of one, me, with my badass cars out there and just sit there, watch them idle. There it is. Fairmont running, 01 running, Donnie running, GT500 running. Cool. I'm having the best time of my life. Car show of one. Because what's the alternative? Drive 1,000 miles to see bagged Mustangs with big stupid wings and murals under their hood? Putting a plush doll of their car on their hood? Imagine you're the printing company or you're the company. Like, let's say somebody goes to Hobby Lobby and they made this like board, and the board says 2005 Mustang, 310 horsepower to the crank, first year of retro styling, 3650 transmission, whatever the fuck it is, 30. Let me see. What transmission came in a 2005 Mustang? 5-speed. No, manual. What manual transmission? I want to see how good the AI is. Tremec T5, but it's like a 3650, right? 3650. It doesn't say. I think it's a 3650. 3650 Tremec. 3650 Tremec manual transmission. 3.55 Ford Racing gear ratio. 235 45 18s all around. 8.5 inch rotors. Mach 500 sound system. And then you go, hey, can you do me a favor, Hobby Lobby? Yeah, can you like laminate this so it doesn't get dirty so that when I bring it to Mustang Week, it doesn't get ruined? Okay. And you're like, yeah. And you put it up on a tripod like a fucking homo, and people read it and they're like, so nothing's done to it? Well, no, it was perfect right from Ford. Clayton Cars or Mustang Week? Clayton Cars. Pull up some clips of Mustang Fest. How much? Trinity, how much? How much for the Trinity? Give me $5,000 for that motherfucker too. Cylinder heads, block, crank, pistons. What the fuck am I going to do with it? It's just sitting there doing nothing. Again, it's going to cost me $5 to $8,000 to make it what it was. Or I can get money from it in parts. I'm at that point. I'm sick of it all. LS9, get the fuck out of my face. Trinity, get the fuck out of my face. Everyone, get the fuck out of here. Everyone, get the fuck you.
I'm gonna fuck
close
right
the
now.
chapter. Close the chapter in my life of that motor build. Fucking
That's
asshole.
what I say.
Piece of shit.
He's a fucking asshole.
He's a fucking asshole.
He tried to
steal the money
the
from
attention
Munguia.
for him, not for Munguia.
Yeah.
He's a fucking asshole.
That's
He
right.
steals
Fuck
his
you.
fighters.
Here you go.
That's what he do.
Yeah.
Fucking pussy.
Fuck this motor.
motherfucker.
Trinity.
All
right, LS9, get him the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker. That'll be $10,000 in my fucking pocket to Coyote swap a ZR1. By carajo. The Marty Report Board, or as I like to call it, the every car is one of one if you peel back enough layers. We're not all that bad. I tried racing everyone I saw when I rode around. Everyone looks at you like you're insane. DBP isn't fucking for free at Mustang Week. Mustang Week, shaking my head, it's bad enough. Going to local cars and coffee. Pikachu in the past year of a yellow Mustang. If Trump wins 2024, you got to go to Mustang Week next year as Shelby. Man, the gayest people I've seen in my life. Sounds like you're kind of party, man. Worst week of the year living in Myrtle Beach is Mustang Week. I don't know. Black Bike Week is a pretty... Could you imagine? You're like, man, I wonder when Black Bike Week shows up. Oh, it's here. Fuck. 3650 behind my Coyote. 7,400 RPM is fine. Mustang Week and George are the type of people who list injectors and rear end gears as mods. LS9, we could have been together. Are the Gen 3 Illuminator heads basically the same as stock Gen 3 heads? Yes. I have an extra set of heads on the Gen 3, but I want to sell my stock motor and purchase a short block. Yes, stock heads. What's up, Alex Flores? Everyone dropping a like and catch replay. Nardi Mercado, what's up, brother? Turn the page. She looked crazy too. Alex devalued Corvette. Alex, do not Coyote swap me. Did Alex did the turn the page? Say it with me, guys. Go ahead, guys. Turn the page. Trinity, fuck you. LS9, fuck you. Coyote swap, everything. By carajo, give me that money. King Petty himself in the building. $5 for a party with Diddy. I don't know. I think I party with Diddy. Could you imagine you go to a Mustang Week and you're like, this 3-valve has a Tremec 3650 and this is your reaction? Whoa. 305 horsepower. I stubbed my toe. Your old Mustang Week video is hilarious. You got to get Lazy Boy on the soundboard. It was $12K to not fix a timing system in the Trinity. Can't imagine how much fixing the whole motor will cost exactly. So basically, Myrtle Beach is mad gay. It would be funny if you try and match the horsepower on your hat when you get the ZR1 running. Did someone say my name? Says beeping smoke detector. Dude, I forgot about Black Bike Week. The murder rate goes up 20%, no joke. And I stay off the roads as much as possible. Exactly. I don't show my new Max Build C8 Z06, Z07 for the same reasons as you stated. Is direct injection superior to port injection? On a direct injected designed vehicle, yes. But on a vehicle that is designed for port injection, no. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Whoa. How much is it to rebuild the Trinity after I already paid $12,000 to rebuild it? I'm going to text Senior tomorrow because the motor's up there. Senior, do not send the motor anywhere. I am selling the motor. September 19th, 2024. LS9 for sale. Coyote Swap 01 is a go. Trinity for sale. Never fucking with that again. I don't trust it. I got fucked a $12,000 learning lesson. It's going to be in parts. Brand new fresh valve job on the heads. L&M NSR cams. New springs. New gaskets. Rods. Who the fuck makes those rods? Manly. Whoever the fuck made those pistons, and you get the 10-to-1s, bro. You're going to get so many parts. Get that fucking thing out of my life. All the accessories, badass alternator, all that anything I got for the fucking Trinity, I want it out of my garage. Anything I have for the LS9, I want it out of my motherfucking garage. Coyote everywhere. We're turning the page. What does YOLO think of Mustang Week? Stitchy, I love you. I love you. Alex is ready to leave us and enjoy the rest of his night. Hemi's blood pressure is up. Did you see the couple who got married in Mustang Week? Are they going to get divorced there too? I stubbed my toe. The vet will be sick though. I enjoyed you singing 80 songs on your recent video. You have a good voice. I have a decent voice. If Trump wins, you have to not shave your head for a month. It's the fucking horseshoe of all horseshoes. 1,000 bottles of baby oil is better than an LS9. My guess, 20,000-ish to get it fixed. Got to run later, Emery Bondo Bird. If anyone has a 8-speed plug for a Chevy transmission, hit up Bondo Bird at Bondo Bird. Just listen for a missed gear, and you're probably at his Instagram page. Downhill Daddy says, first of all, I was raised as a middle-class family. First of all, how are you going to fix the economy? Well, I'm middle class. If Trump wins, Alex has to oil up. I love how Alex changed the context of the Diddy clip multiple times on the fly. How much is gas?
Fuck, I'm shit, dude.
Oh, fuck. Dude, no lie, I was on game with the smoke detector. Even seen Kevin Samuels was calling him out. If Trump wins... My neighbor has a beeping smoke detector, so I don't have to wonder if I live in the ghetto or not. If Trump wins, Alex has to let Wonder Racing build it. Fuck no. Fuck that. We got Diddy in the Amory. I cannot believe he didn't refund you. Man, that's so fucked up. I hate it for you. You hate it for me. $12,000. What did I get for my troubles? A non-working Trinity and some pistons. Oh, and blue main bearings. Blue rod bearings. Blue rod bearings. Oh, I'm sad we're not going to see the Black Batman Diddy Halloween 2024 fail. Are you including Wonder Sticker with the 5.8? Well, yeah, sure. And it comes with a fresh loaf of bread. Coyote's the actual king daddy. That's a deal on all that. Trinity sub $5,000. Cylinder head. Block sleeved. Get it the fuck out of here. Get it out of here. What do you think is a fair price for a Gen 3 5.0 long block? 5,000 to 6,000 doll hairs? Coyote and the Caddy? No. Leave Bondo's third gear out of this. Fuck, everything's 5K. FKR, FWR. Yeah, fuck Wonder Racing. I'll say the fucking name. I got no problem getting that smoke. Come with some smoke. Please. LS9 was a freak-off participant. Was it the neighbor that walked by you in the recent video? She was checking you out too. Maybe you could change the battery for her. Stuns and Risky Business Sun and Safety says, does Diddy fuck? I'm sick. Does Diddy fuck? I'm sick now. Blue bearings are worse than blue balls. 80,000 miles. I'm gonna shop the Trinity motor. 5K sounds cheap, so maybe someone will give me 8K for it. But it's in pieces, and I just want to get it gone. And they'd have to pick it up probably here because I don't want the Lunds involved. It's sad, bro. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I have to take a potential $15,000 to $16,000 loss. And is it worth it? Fuck yeah. It is so fucking worth it. Get it the fuck out of my life, man. Get that fucking thing out. Get the LS9 out of my life. I mean, I have such a bad taste in my mouth. Not because of the anyone that was involved with it, but it's like, man, you know, you thought you were doing okay, and this motherfucker decides to eat shit. Oh, these LS9s are indestructible. Apparently not. I don't even buy Wonder Bread anymore. She had scrubs, slow 99. I think Alex is good on that. Yeah, nurses, never date a nurse. Recreational use only. A co-worker paid $21,000 to a well-known Dodge builder in Michigan. 13 years later, still no car. $5,000 is extremely cheap, Alex. You can get more shit. The cams alone are $3K. Yeah, no shit. Tell me how I know. And I got all that bullshit. That 10 millimeter timing components. I have everything. I'll give you everything. Hey, are you a GT500 fan? You want Trinity? I got a guy. I got a guy. We're good. I got a guy. I'm going to sell him my headers. I got 2-inch primary American Racing headers. I got an engine in pieces. And I'm going to say, bro, give me $8,000 for everything. Get it the fuck out of my life. It's a block, rods, pistons, heads, cams, me, grease, potatoes, all that shit. You name it. The heads alone will sell for $6,500. I'm fucking myself here, but the heads are super valuable. Thank you, because they're supercar heads, so I'll start at fucking $9,000. Boy, I got to get some money. Derek Barham will donate you his LS9. Don't know who that is. Diddy, usually seen running 5.4 long blocks under 50,000 miles, go for around 8 to 10K. Just saying, but my shit's in pieces. But it's all built stuff. Does the LS9 come with 1,000 bottles of baby oil? I mean, I'm telling you guys, I'm getting fucked here, but I got to start cashing out on some of this stuff. I got hundreds of thousands of dollars of parts and cars and shit. And a lot of it is in like a state of just like they're paused. They're just like in the middle, just doing nothing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all my shit back. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna say for sale. Get it out of my life. Get it the fuck out of my life because I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with people. I'm tired of dealing with motor builders. I'm tired of dealing with the aftermarket. The aftermarket ain't shit. Craig Walls ended up with somebody that he trusts and the car's rolling the fuck out. I need to find that person in my life that I can trust. And it ain't in the Ford fucking game, bro. It ain't in the Ford fucking game. It ain't in the Chevy game because I'm not going to trial and error this shit or trust motherfuckers. Fuck everybody. Stock Coyotes everywhere. You want a built one? Illuminator. You want something above and beyond that? FFRE. It's tired of fucking with people. I think with all the parts, you might be able to get 12K. Shit. I mean, at this point, you're seeing the Trinity parts pile has to be a day ruiner. Sell that hoe. No pasa nada, tío. Neither parts are valuable, says Diddy. Cash me outside. How about that? I'm out. Purgatory. Throw that baby oil on it. Have a yard sale. American flagship liquidation sale. So let's wrap this up. 3 minutes left. Ford said, oh, these Chinese people are beating the shit out of us. They're an existential threat to our company, to our sales, to our future sales of electric cars. No, they're not. You have nothing. You don't have a market share. You have to rely on tariffs because if BYD was able to be sold in the US without tariffs, Ford would cease to exist. But if you had child labor and people not getting paid $100,000 for exoskeletons to put on a headlight, you might be competitive in the market. Or if you had people not building iron block Coyotes, failing Gen 2 3.5 EcoBoosts, getting rid of your sedans because Kia, Honda, and Toyota made better versions of it in Hyundai, and you, for whatever reason, wanting Ford to become like Porsche and offering a $325,000 GTD, and you're wondering why everyone else is pushing your shit royally out of your mouth, look no further than yourself. Look in the mirror and go, I fucked me. And what I'm going to do, taking my own advice, is I'm not going to trust anybody to fuck me again. Trinity motor for sale, LS9 motor for sale, stock shit from here on out. And that's my cap. If I want to go faster, Illuminator. And if I want to go faster than that, I only go to FFRE. Everyone else can suck my brown, hanging, slightly nappy, because, I'm not full, slightly nappy, hairy nuts. I'm sick and tired of dealing with everyone in this industry. They're all full of shit. And you guys are seeing it through me that they're all full of shit. So I'm going to cash out while I can. All right, guys, I'm out of here. That's right. Ended on a high note. I'll be back on a Sunday morning. Peasant chat. We'll see if I can get some stuff sold. I'm gonna use the phone tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, yo, how much for the Trinity for sale? Bah! LS9 for sale. Bah! Give me some of that money. Give me some of that fucking money so I can get this Coyote swap ZR1 rolling. Not for clicks, just because I want a better motor in a nice light car that might actually be enjoyable for a little while without suffering the pitfalls of the IAT issues that these Chevys suffer from. Have a good rest of your night. I will see you guys on Sunday. We'll hang out then, talk a little shit. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days. And if anything happens, I get any traction on anything from here to there, I'll let you guys know. Have a good night. See you guys later. Bye.